Okay everybody, now we're going to be going over how to run regression analysis in Stat Plus when you have a version of Excel that does not include a data analysis tool pack such as Microsoft Office for Mac 2011, which is what I'm using here. And so we have our selection of data here where 14 participants completed 4 different body composition tests, and we are going to run 3 different regression analyses. One is going to be our gold standard of BOD-POD versus ARM bioelectrical impedance analysis. Then we're going to run BOD-POD versus leg BIA and BOD-POD versus skin fold. Okay? So the good thing about regression, unlike ANOVA, we can use the original data in the form that you see here. We do not need to rearrange it. So you're going to copy that data. You're then going to open up a new page in Stat Plus and paste it into there. Then you're just going to go to regression and open up a box for your linear regression. Your dependent variable will be one of the 3, whichever test you're going to run. So first we're going to do ARM BIA, then your independent variable for all 3 of these is going to be BOD-POD. So once you have those selected, since I included the label for each of these selections of data, I'm going to leave this box checked. And we're going to click OK. And then here's our report on that data. Really the only 2 things that you need to focus on, and what I'm going to do is copy and paste these back into the original, is your p-value for that regression, which in here is called p-level, but it's the same thing. You're going to copy that and paste it into the original page. Then you're going to go back to your Stat Plus, grab your r-squared value and copy that, and then paste that into your original document as well. Now we're going to go back to Stat Plus and run a regression for our lower extremity. So make sure you're on the first sheet, and now we're going to do the leg BIA. So you're going to open up another linear regression. Your dependent variable will be the leg. Your independent variable will be BOD-POD. And because I use labels, make sure that box is checked and click OK. And as we did with the last one, you're going to copy the p-value, paste that into your original page. You're also going to copy r-squared, paste that into your original page. And then finally we're going to go back here to Stat Plus and run a 3rd regression on skin fold versus BIA. Skin fold will be our dependent variable, skin fold versus BOD-POD. BOD-POD will be our independent variable, and then labels as usual and click OK. And then once again you're going to copy and paste your p-value over here. Now as you've learned, any p-value that is smaller than 0.05 is significant. And so real quick, what this means for this selection of data, that ARM BIA is significantly related to BOD-POD, as is your leg BIA and your skin fold. All 3 of them, as far as p-values go, are smaller than 0.05. And then their r-squared value shows the strength or the weakness of those relationships. And that is how you run regression using Stat Plus.